I'm Mary Goff.
And I'm Alan Neighbors, and we're the business ethics crew for Putnam County FBLA. DVDs and Blu-rays, iPods and MP3 players, our media is just a click away these days. With apps like Netflix and YouTube, we can watch and listen to whatever we want, whenever we want. Back in the mid-2000s, the group Lime Group, they owned the group LimeWire, had a lawsuit filed against them for infringement from a Arista record company, claiming that they were letting infringed music pass right through their hands without any of the artists or record companies getting any money for it.
And as we started researching the case between Arista Records and Lime Group, we decided that Arista was right to accuse them of not only infringement, but committing others to commit infringement and secondary liability. Now we found this not negligent, but dereliction. They knew what they were doing. Their actions were not only immoral, but unjust, and the court seemed to favor the same.
Lime Group operated in a peer-to-peer filing sharing company that allowed consumers to upload and download copyrighted as well as uncopyrighted music, and letting these peers swap music without any penalties ever being put upon them. With 4 million users a year and $20 million being generated annually, Lime Group was notified of the problem by the courts, and later when the courts went back to check on the problem, they found that Lime Group was ignoring it completely.
And not only did they ignore it, but they fed the fire. Evidence would show that the company's employees were actually helping them and communicating with them to let them download their illegal media. They would distribute this illegal media for cheaper, competing with the top rating charts. This would help the users because they obviously got less money, but it took money out of the record company and their artists. But they weren't the only ones that were hurt. The users, when they used this application, their computers were bombarded with viruses. And they tried to put a filter in, but with looking into, it wasn't even activated.
The courts agreed that Arista Records bringing the court this case was just, but also LimeWire came under more fire when even more convictions came upon them, with secondary infringement being added to the list. All copyrighted music before the year 1972, although not protected under federal law, fell under New York common law, stating that all record companies and artists should be paid for their music, no matter when the time period was. So Lime Group had these convictions also added onto their list, and the CEO was ordered to pay $105 million to Arista Record Company.
Now we believe that the court's decision for this amount was absurd. It was way lower than the actual suggestions that were previously given. At one point, it was up to $75 trillion. Now again, this amount is absurd because the world's worth is only $60 trillion, but it should have been more than $105 million. So, as we started looking into it, we found that Arista dropped its case against Lime Group about 2 years after the case started. It's unsure why, but we believe that they got a multi-million-dollar settlement from Lime Group. In the end, LimeWire was shut down. Lime Group is still around. Matt Gorton, the founder of Lime Group, still holds a Tower Capital and Lime Brokerage. Arista Records was bought out and went to a different label. But it just shows that greed just consumes you. So, thank you.